Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Wrestling Otaku back here on the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel, your personification of excellence on YouTube and YWC. And I'm back here for my second video of the day. It is Wednesday, September the 2nd, 2025. So I wanted to go ahead and do this. And of course, as I stated in my previous video, in my short, it is indeed Wednesday, so you know what that means. We got Dynamite tonight, and I got a little, kind of shift at work and all that kind of stuff. But I want to comment on something that I literally just discovered. I literally just saw this, and I really needed to give my thoughts on this report that literally just came out today that I saw as of, a couple minutes ago, actually about, 10-20 minutes or so ago. And I had to talk about this. So every now and then I'll talk about various things in pro wrestling, like when it comes to stuff like viewership and ratings and stuff like that. Honestly, personally, I really don't care that a whole lot. Like, to me, it's very inconsequential to my enjoyment of the show, like how many people fucking watch. Like, so many people will talk shit about AEW and the viewership they get. It's like, I don't care how many people watch, you know what I'm saying? It's all about, to me, the quality of the show. And even with WWE, it's not even about the viewership. It's about, like, the quality of the show and my personal enjoyment of the show. And that doesn't just apply to wrestling. It applies to everything. But people, I think, nowadays, especially wrestling fans, put too much stock in viewership numbers and stuff like that. But that being said, because WWE fans, casual wrestling fans love to make a big deal out of this, I figured I'd give my thoughts on this here. So the ratings for the latest edition of SmackDown came out today, okay? It was, it says September 3rd, so that's today. So the ratings for the latest episode of SmackDown came out on the August 29th edition of SmackDown, which aired this past Friday, just before the weekend. It had a total viewership of 1.147 million viewers. And that marks the lowest viewership total for a non-preemptive episode of SmackDown in the show's history, in its 27-year history. That is astonishing. That is astonishing. That is absolutely incredible. Like, holy shit. 1.147 million viewers, the lowest viewership total in the show's history in 27 years, in their 27-year history. SmackDown first started back in August, I believe, of 1999. 27 years later, they have officially come out with the lowest viewed show for a non-preemptive episode in the show's history, in WWE Smackdown's history. Yeah, good on you, WWE. Good on you, SmackDown. You officially have hit a new low. I knew it was only a matter of time. Now, the thing about it is, they were over in France for the show, so it was on a 6-hour delay. So, people are going to say, oh, well, it was on a 6-hour delay, and there were spoilers, and that's why, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter, folks. It doesn't matter. If WWE is as popular as they all, they tout that they are, then it shouldn't matter that they're on a 6-hour delay. If they have such a big fan base and a big following, it shouldn't matter that they're on a 6-hour delay. It shouldn't matter. But the fact that WWE just recorded its lowest viewership for SmackDown in the show's history is incredibly, incredibly laughable and incredibly ironic. So all the people who keep claiming that WWE is fine, they're not in any trouble, this, that, and the third, oh my God, they're doing just fine, yada, yada. Well, this viewership number pretty much shows that they're not doing as fine as you may think. You combine that with their disappointing numbers on Netflix, and yeah, there is cause for concern there. There's legit cause for concern. So if you think about it, this SmackDown viewership number actually got lower than some Dynamite numbers recently. Dynamite usually gets anywhere between 600 and 700,000 views on cable, and then you add in the streaming numbers, which is reportedly around 500,000 a week, give or take, if the reports are to be believed. So between the cable and the streaming numbers, they get roughly 1 to 1.2 million viewers every week. So a couple weeks ago, Dynamite got a little over 700K for the show on cable, and then you add in the 500K that they get on streaming. That is roughly 1.2 million viewers, which would beat this week's edition of SmackDown. So there you go. there you go. SmackDown gets all-time low viewership numbers for the first time in 27 years, or the lowest viewership total in their 27-year history, and you love to see it, dude. You love to see it. So all you WWE fans, all you WWE Marks fanboys, all these casual fanboys, AEW haters, well, I guess you're pretty quiet right now. I guess you all are pretty quiet right now. Oh my God, that has got to be embarrassing. That has got to be embarrassing. That has got to be humbling. So just figured I'd talk about that. Just figured I'd kind of throw that one in there. For those of you who like to talk all the time about the viewership and all this other garbage, which shouldn't amount to a hill of beans in regards to your overall enjoyment of the show and all that. But yeah, SmackDown gets its lowest viewership total ever, 1.147 million viewers. And trust me, folks, it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better from here. Just wait until Netflix starts seeing how bad these Raw numbers are. And they may very well, like, they're in danger of losing that Netflix deal in a couple years. They signed initially for 10, but Netflix has the option to opt out after 5 years. So they could very well be in trouble. And all this other stuff, all these other deals that they're making, those are going to be in jeopardy as well if WWE doesn't get their stuff together. So yeah, so I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, this is a colossal failure on a multitude of levels, and one that can't be denied. You can't gloss over this. You can't try and fucking, you can't lie your way out of this. You can't, BS your way out of this. WWE is going to have to accept the fact that they are on the decline, and you got a promotion like AEW, which is on the rise, and you wonder why WWE is so fucking laser focused now on trying to counter program and counter promote AEW and quote, get AEW off TV or run AEW out of business before their next TV deal extension. It's not going to happen. Like, they're beyond delusional if they honestly think that's going to happen. But yeah, that's WWE, peak WWE delusion for you. So that's pretty much it for that. I figure I'll talk about that. So see, that's all I got to say for the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate all support I can get. With that being said, it's pretty much going to do it here, man. So I'll be signing off for now. More videos to come. Till next time, Wrestling Otaku, I'm out. See you guys later. Peace.